right
We'll
there.
call the meeting to order. It's 8:30 and Valerie will take a visual roll call. Is there any public comments on the agenda items? Seeing none. Number 3 is amendments to the agenda. Any amendments? Seeing none. Move to the consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve items A and B.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Any questions? Comments? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion is carried. Item 5 is business, fire department updates. Okay,
We're-
chief?
We're gonna use everything in executive session, and I'm gonna let Brandon drive today.
Oh, well,
So-
okay.
Do you need a booster seat?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid for training wheels.
Okay, then we'll go on to the police department updates.
Anything from your perspective, gentlemen? Anything?
Executive session for all these.
Well, I think what we would ask for is that we're probably gonna need to do a couple more backgrounds, just so we're not caught flat-footed this summer. We have a belief that with these great contracts that the officers and sergeants are getting, maybe it'll be an incentive for them to move on from their careers and go from there. So we currently have no candidates available, and I think in order for us to be ready for anything like that, we would be asking the board to allow us to go for number 7.
Well, we go with number 9.
But what happened to number 7?
Number 7 with executive session, what he
Okay.
asked.
We won't discuss number 7 at this time.
Okay.
And
Number
then,
9 would be the next,
well, then maybe 9 and 10, just to cover ourselves. Okay, that's all we have at this time. We, as you know, ex-President Baltice, you saw that our swearing in yesterday, and it was well attended for our 2 officers. So we're excited about them. One's going to the academy May 5th. He has the power test today. The other one is starting his field training as a full-time officer in earnest today. That is all for now.
Okay, so,
Can I interject something here? These 2 candidates, we approved their hiring by email. Do we have to do a formal approval here at the board for that?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
We have an attorney.
Hello, special guest.
Sorry,
Did
I
we
was
lock you
left
up?
out, yes.
Oh,
Luckily, I saw my
Francis, figure out a way to
Yes, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you, Chief?
give everybody a phone number or something so they're not stranded on the steps.
So do you want a motion to hire them? Or how do you want to proceed?
We have, no, to affirm the,
Swearing in.
The hiring?
to affirm the email vote.
Okay.
That's,
So you want me to make a motion to
Yeah.
affirm the email vote for the employment of Ryan how'd you say his name?
Masio Pinto.
Masio Pinto and Francisco Silva.
I can second that.
Okay, is moved in second. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
I guess we probably could do a motion for our passes and then go in executive session for one of them. You wanna do one motion for 3 different passes?
Right,
We have to know their names.
Michael Raymond, Caesar Pinto, and John Doyle, all requested passes for a variety of reasons, but they would like to be considered for the next available position.
Who's the second guy?
you have Caesar and who was after,
Number 3
Doyle.
and 4. One, 3 and 4.
who was
Can we-
after
can we-
Caesar?
John Doyle.
John,
Can we
okay,
just make the motion to
yeah.
bypass?
Bypass at
Oh,
their request,
yes.
make sure that the
Yeah.
minutes reflect that
At
it's
their
at their
request, yes.
request.
So but that motion like that, means they can come back?
Right.
Or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, at the request.
So I'll make a
First
motion-
time.
So I'll make a motion that we bypass one,
Michael,
Michael Raymond?
Michael Raymond.
Caesar,
What was Caesar's name?
Caesar Pinto.
Caesar
John.
Pinto and
John Doyle.
John Doyle. Make the pass right now, currently.
at their request.
At their request, yes.
I'll second that.
Any questions, comments?
Nope.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We can
Motion
eliminate
carried.
number 7 from our list, I guess.
We'll do it in executive
We-
session.
Or
So-
he doesn't have a,
So,
Anything else here for the,
can we eliminate number 7, Sean Boland? He, took a job with Wheeling Police Department.
so to remove from list, right?
Yeah,
I'll make a motion that we remove Sean Boland from the eligibility list. Is that right?
that's correct.
I'll second.
It's been moved in second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Is that all for,
Yeah.
at
Is
the
that it?
moment for the?
That is all.
How many are on the list? How many more are on the list?
There's a total of 21, and we've gone through 8. So, still got quite a few left.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
No, it's not that much.
motion then to go into executive session at 8:36.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, so now we've got several, this side of the table is pretty heavy on motions.
Yeah.
Several different motions to make in exec session, and who wants, Elle, do you want to take the,
I'll make a motion on the the fire. I guess you want a motion to remove,
You gotta approve the new list
oh, we have to
first.
approve
Yeah, so do that first.
this list?
Yeah, because they removed 2 people, so there's a new list
Yeah.
Right.
to approve and sign, and then you can make motions off based on that new list.
Oh, okay, I thought we,
Okay. You know,
this wasn't the list, so,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I
So
think
make a
so.
motion to approve the new list for the eligibility for the firefighter paramedic list.
okay?
Okay, I'll second that.
It's been moved in second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay,
Now, a motion to remove Connor McWilliams and Jacob Marsowski or Marchuski
Marchuka.
from the firefighter paramedic eligibility list.
okay.
Okay. I'll second that motion.
Been moved in second to remove 2 people from the
Okay.
eligibility list.
Right.
Any questions or comments?
You okay, Valerie, with that?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried.
Do we need a motion to pass the rest of these other people we talked about? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, again, on the firefighter paramedic eligibility list, make a motion to pass Skylar Everson, Christopher Robinson, Alexandra Rowley,
Alexander, yeah,
Ryan Hope,
right,
Nicholas Cookingham,
right,
and Maxwell Halpern.
right.
All right.
I'll
Any
I'll second
addition?
that, I'll second it.
I'll second, now that's a temporary pass, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the minutes should reflect because they are not, have not passed their paramedic exam yet.
Correct.
Because they have.
Only gonna make it. I'll make a motion that we make a.
It's, he made the motion.
It's all one,
It's all
No,
one.
but you didn't do the conditional offer.
Not yet.
not yet.
Oh,
We have to vote on this first
I
one.
thought we did.
No, not yet.
Okay,
We're still passing.
We're still passing.
okay.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I thought we did.
No,
Okay.
not on this one. Okay. Now, the conditional offer.
Okay, go ahead. You want me to do it or you're doing it?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we make a conditional offer to Armando Honorato.
Okay.
I'll second.
It's been moved in second to conditional offer to Armando. Any additional questions, comments? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. That takes care of everything on your
That's
side.
all of it, I promise.
Do you want
Okay,
to?
what about the list
The
about the
worksheet.
B to,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
worksheet?
yeah,
We got the worksheet now,
Right.
but I want to get personnel taken care of
Okay.
first, so that's all then.
that's fine.
Okay, so now the next motion would be, the
The police,
preference point worksheet.
right.
And, you,
Looking for a motion to strike points in A and B are not cumulative. And then adding points in B and E are applied unless it would place a candidate ahead of a veteran on the eligibility list
okay,
on our worksheet.
okay.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made to, second?
Second.
Okay. Made and second to approve the preference point worksheet with the noted changes of, instead of C to E, it's B to E.
Right.
And, what'd you say about A and B?
We're striking
We're
A and B are not
striking.
cumulative
Right.
out of the
not
language
cumulative.
worksheet.
Right, okay. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Okay,
And I think we can wait on the rules and regs language. We'll come back next month maybe with the police and just do it
Okay.
all at one time.
okay. Other side of the table now.
Go ahead.
Request a motion to pass Lisa Williams, number 2, by request.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
okay. Elle's gonna make them,
I'll
Glenn's-
second it.
I'll make a
Elle's
motion
gonna
to
second
do a pass on Lisa
to
Williams.
pass on Lisa Williams by her request.
Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried, aye. Okay,
Request another motion, number 5, Brandon Marchese, request to remove him from the list due to issues with the background check.
okay.
I can make that motion too.
Okay, Glenn will make the motion.
Second.
Second, to remove Brendan from the eligibility list. Any additional questions, comment? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion is carried. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That is it. Thank you.
Got any to the letters, or you follow up an email?
And then, yeah, you're gonna look at your rules and see if there's anything that needs to be changed then too?
Yeah, I know we had that one thing we talked to John Kelly about taking the test at 20 years old.
Right,
That was gonna be edited, but it had to be advertised in the newspaper first. I know we sent information on that, we haven't followed up with it yet, so I guess now would be a good time to do it if, we're gonna make changes together, so.
so next month then, you should have the published and should be okay to put in the rules
I
and regs.
think so, yeah. Have to
Okay.
review what John sent us and see how long it's gonna be advertised, and, cause I think it was a 2-meeting thing, but I think the last meeting that he talked about it counted as the first one,
Yeah, should have been,
yeah.
okay. All right,
Well, I mean, with that being said, is that required with their change too? Cause it's the same thing, we're making a change, he said it had to be advertised in the paper.
Yeah, so the paper really isn't a thing anymore. So and maybe I wasn't very clear. It needs to be advertised in a manner that is kind of, I guess, the equivalent of the paper. And you can go over that, like, for example, if you put it onto an online
It's Facebook or
Tribune
something.
or, Chicago Tribune or something, that's the paper anymore. But that's also an online thing, and you can add it into, the eligible, what the chief was saying. And any place else that you feel like it would be appropriate, that candidates would be looking for that type of of job. So,
Yeah.
you know, wherever you would be contacting your best employment. So you can keep the paper in there, even though there really isn't a paper anymore. It's kind of a, you know, semantics anymore. You can keep that in there and then do the and or.
I see what you're saying, but he's saying something. He's saying we need to do, when we make changes to the rules and regs, that we have to do a public notice.
Oh,
That's what he told us for our change, so, and our change is similar to what you wanna do, so. I got his, I'll have to pull his email and share it.
It's in the notes from last month. It says 10 days published in the newspaper for 10 days before
You're
they
ta- are you
become
ta-
effective.
You're talking about the change to the rule, or you're talking about the, oh,
Yep,
I,
I mean, and
I'm
ours
gonna defer
is.
to John on this one.
Yeah.
He's the expert. I'll defer to him, but that wasn't my understanding. My understanding is that the board could do that unilaterally without public notice, but I will
Yeah.
100% defer to John.
I think there was a little difference in what you were requesting versus, you know, what they're requesting. But anyway,
Both
you
are-
should clarify it with John for the next meeting then, so that
I'll
we have a
include you
clear
guys in the
understanding.
email, and if we gotta do one public notice on multiple changes, that's what we
Yeah,
should do then.
yeah. No, I agree, if that's what it is.
I'm kind of interested in nowadays, what's public notice?
Yeah, so when we do, for example, like, you know, like a levy or a tax, you know, some type of a tax meeting, we still do, quote, publish it in, like even the smallest, you know, local paper. And I guess it does get uploaded to online, but, you know, we will get a certificate of publication. So I think really, as long as you're doing that, you're fine. But you know, if you want to do additional and advertise it elsewhere, you can do that as well.
Should they, maybe could be and or appropriate media,
Yeah.
so that could
sure.
cover anything that
Right,
they
right.
wanna put in there.
Right,
Most of social media now posts. it.
Right,
yeah, right, well, that's true, a lot of places do put it on their Facebooks and that type of thing.
and they call that, the blanket term for all that is social media,
Yeah,
so
Well, I
that
wonder
might
about
be
the
a,
wording and or. I think if you just have public notice, that would cover the social media and everything, wouldn't it?
yeah, I mean, certainly, what you're doing with the publication is you're satisfying the statutory requirement, and that's it. But of course, you know.
You can do more if you
Right,
want.
yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly. So, you know, I guess it's not necessary really to change your rule if you don't want to. It doesn't prohibit you from, you know, advertising in other places.
Right.
So, really, I mean, the goal is you gotta make sure that you're satisfying the statutory requirement, number one, and that's something nobody is ever gonna see, really, honestly, nobody ever looks
But you
at
can go
those.
above and beyond that
Sure.
if you want,
Absolutely,
but you satisfy the statutory requirement.
right,
Okay.
right.
that,
Confusing, is it?
is
Yeah.
that all clear as mud?
Yeah, I know, I was gonna say, maybe I overcomplicated that, but.
My question though would be, if you just say newspaper, that means newspaper, whether the terms out in the real world have changed, that's what I'm saying, and or additional social
Right.
media.
Right,
Just to cover,
There is a
so
difference
no
when you
matter
put
where they're at.
and or in there than just and.
And,
yeah,
right,
So, but
yeah, so
or
maybe it is an and
makes it a
instead
little
of an and or.
more.
as long as, you know, I'm uncomfortable with just having the word newspaper in there, because if you're not using the newspaper, then somebody could come back and say, well, you didn't publish in the newspaper, you know. So, if we wanna take out the word newspaper
Newspaper.
and just say social media, that would be all encompassing, I think.
But that doesn't satisfy the state
The
statute.
No,
statute still
right.
has to have a quote, notice of publication, so.
Well, notice of publication.
And
Right.
social media, you can
Right.
do that, sure.
Use the word and.
Now you got all that, guys?
Well, but and means both though.
It could be both, but it doesn't have to be both.
Yeah,
And then again, you could say
I
that.
mean, a lot of our,
Yeah.
like, we write police, you know, it's and or means you the other option. Or just get rid of it and just say local news outlets to include newspapers, social media, websites, whatever, you know?
well, I tell you what, you
We'll let
guys
Yeah.
work
let
on
the
all
law
this.
firm tell us.
Yeah,
Since the manager wants, I guess us to be, he's calling a meeting at 9:15,
He is,
huh?
he is,
He is,
in the same room.
in the same room, and it's 9:06. So
Well, it means we-
it's up to you two then to figure out what that language you could be most comfortable with. Make it as simple as possible. You know, that's better, because if
Yeah.
you start adding all the different things, then you'll surely miss something, and somebody can come back and say, anyway,
You have like a lunch meeting.
yeah.
Well, that's no deal.
Lunch meeting is good,
You guys paid us time.
yeah. Okay, any other questions, comments, any other items of business?
No.
Okay, seeing none, hope you all had a great Easter. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn at 9:07.
I make the motion to adjourn.
Okay. You second it? I'll second it.
I'll second the motion.
So moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Aye, aye, aye.